thing work? Greetings. Hello. On vacation? No, I'm in my backyard, sweetheart. Not vacation. I'm in my backyard. Just waiting to see who else can come in before I start. You said you were mad about how he did Power. All right, well let's talk about that. Thanks, B. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I guess I start with the intro. For anybody who's on here for the first time, my name is Selkis. I am the ambassador and founder of the Ugly Girls Club. Please check the About section of the channel. The banner really pretty much says who my audience is and what I'm here for. But just to reintroduce that, I'm a life coach for Black women predominantly. And I started this, what I call a coalition, to get the underserved sector of Black women to get some kahunas, some balls about themselves, some assertiveness, some sense of entitlement, a real sense of intrinsic value and self-esteem, regardless of the way that they look. We understand how society is set up. We understand there's a universal rule, sometimes unspoken, but most times it is, that there's a certain type of woman that's considered feminine, attractive, worth marrying, fertile, whatever you want to call it. A lot of us do not fit that narrative. A lot of Black women, like myself, do not fit the status quo. So we have to now figure out how we're going to live, even though we're not within the status quo. We got to figure out how not to be abused, how not to be manipulated, how not to be financially raped. A lot of y'all are being financially raped too by these men. They're taking your money, right? And offering you hope in exchange for your money. So there's a lot of mishandling going on with women who are considered low on the totem pole. It's particularly complicated for us because, you know, some Black men are clear. They divide the line publicly and they say, I don't like you. You look like a monkey. You look like a primate. You look like a field hand. You look like you know, put you back in 1895 and you look like one of them chicks picking cotton somewhere. I don't like you. My status is higher than what you look like, and you'll bring my status down if I walk next to you. Some men are very clear that they don't want to be seen with you, associated with you, or whatever it is, because you do not increase the perception of his status. It's a perception, y'all. The key word here is perception. I want y'all to be real clear on that. Perception of worth. But again, as I've said in other videos, perception is the only reality. So I founded this club because the women that I coach are desperate, insecure, some even suicidal. Some have, serious or not, they talked about, what's the point of it? What's the point of living? And I said, no, something's got to give here. We need to give these women something more than beauty tips. You need something more than beauty tips in order to feel like your life is worth living. So I, as a life coach, said, you know what, I'm going to put this thing together for us so that you don't feel so helpless, insecure, so you can navigate through society with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more self-assurance, self-reliance. You'll be able to negotiate better for what it is you want as a woman in general. It's not only quote unquote ugly women who watch me. Pretty girls come here for game too. Pretty girls come here for game too, because they understand, the regular narrative of just look good and everything will work itself out. They understand that that's not real also. That's not real. So someone, a few ladies sent me an email asking me to respond to what 50 Cent recently said. And it looks, I guess, Lil Wayne has a podcast. Everyone's doing a podcast now that the touring money, performance money is dried up. Everybody's a journalist. Everybody's an investigative journalist now. What I don't like about this is a lot of these celebrities are putting real journalists who went to school, got master's degrees and all that. They're putting them out of business. Everybody's a journalist now. I'm sick of this shit. Every time I turn around, it's another celebrity with a goddamn podcast trying to get it down. But that's another rant. So he has a podcast too. And within the conversation, from what I caught from the few minutes that I saw, 50 Cent explained why he liked exotic women. And what he said, I think he said something to the effect of they look like they just got off the boat. Like they fresh off the banana, I guess. I don't even know how you equate that to the exotic reference, but he said, I believe that's what he said. He likes them because they look like they fresh off the boat. And I think he also said that he likes them because it's something you don't see in your hood every day. These women are, I guess, in other words, exceptional. Unique, exceptional, rare. I guess that's what he was trying to articulate, rare. And the kind of women he likes, you're not going to see walking down Jamaica Avenue, walking down 125th Street. You're not going to see her catching the PATH train or the F, or she ain't going to be riding the F line to Parsons and Archer in New York City. She ain't going to be that girl. She's going to be something exceptional. And he wants something different. Something unique, something you can't, every regular dude, I guess, doesn't have access to. I think that's what he was, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but I think that's what he expressed. But I think the part of why black women were upset was because, immediately after that, he claims that black women are angry. They're angry with him about his preferences, his choices, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne got about 2 locks left. He got about 2 struggle locks left on his head. He looked like he's on, I don't know, angel dust or something like that. He looked one leg in, one leg in the sarcophagus and one leg out. That's what Lil Wayne looked like. Lil Wayne is a known colorist. He has stated before that, he will never have another black daughter like the black daughter he has now. He would never be responsible for creating another dark-skinned daughter. He prefers exotic-looking, non-black women. So he's a known colorist too. So when he was kikiing with all his rotten teeth, kiki at everything 50 Cent was talking about in terms of what he liked, a lot of women were upset. A lot of women were upset. And I think it's justified that we be upset about the fact that he made us he made us once again seem like we're desperate, insecure, lack the ability to have, choices and options of our own. I mean, that's the picture that was painted, and I think that's really why black women were so upset. My thing is this: every man has a preference. I did a live, was it last week? Was it last week or a couple days ago? I think it was a week ago. I don't know. Time is a blur. Where the title of it was, are we fetishized? And I told y'all in that video that all women are fetishized. All women are fetishized, especially if he likes you. He likes you for a reason. Have I not said this before? He likes you for a reason. Whether it be your butt, you got a cute face, the boobs are sitting up like saucers, up by your throat. Whatever it is you got going on, there's a reason why he likes you. So you're all women are fetishized. If he likes you, you're going to be fetishized. You're going to be. The only women who aren't fetishized, I believe, are the women that are these men pump and dumping. But for the most part, there's something about you. And we're here on the other end of it, like, I want unconditional love. I want him to love me for me. You're waiting on these guys to love you for you. What did I say before, UGC? The virtue and the morality that you enjoy within any relationship with a man is the virtue and morality that you bring. Period. Period. It doesn't matter if he's white, pink, purple, or green. It doesn't matter. This conversation that 50 Cent has had is not good PR in general for us. It's a hit, quote unquote, for black women. It's fuel for the swirlers to say, you see they don't want us, let's divest, let's all run, I don't know, let's run to Ireland and get some redhead out there to love us or something like that. Let's get some freckle-faced redhead to wife us up. It just doesn't look good, especially in this time where, the whole black issues are in the hot seat now. Black agenda is in the hot seat now, front and center now. And then we have this dude saying he prefers phenotypes that don't represent his genetic line. It is what it is. It is what it is. But to that I would say this: when men express these things openly, and I've said this before, I understand the initial reaction is to be upset, to feel angry, to feel slighted. But at the end of the day, you have to be thankful that these men are not roaming to and fro and up and down in the earth like devils do, masking their vitriol for you. Because there's a lot of men who mask it. They will mask the fact that you are not their type to get access to your vagina, to get access to your spare bedroom, to get access to your connections at work or whatever it is. There's a lot more of them who don't care, who will never tell you until they found another hustle. You didn't even know he didn't like you until he found another woman to replace you. Do you know how many of us are in those kind of relationships? Talk to me, sweet doves. This is your mother talking to you right now. 50 cents is not the big fish to fry. It's the dude who has a joint bank account with you, who doesn't put any money in, but every month he's withdrawing. It's the dude that impregnated you by accident, knowing he never had any intentions on any lifelong journey with you. Your whole relationship was a pit stop. There's more of those men walking around to and fro and up and down than they are the 50 cents of the world. 50 cents draws the line publicly. You know where he stands. So if you try to holler at him and you get pumped and dumped, you are asking for it. Because he told you, I'm not checking for no nigga girls. I don't want no chick next to me that look like a field hand. He's letting you know, I want somebody to soften up my jeans. Because when these men say, I don't want no nappy-headed chick, trust and believe they're rejecting themselves too. He doesn't want anybody that's a reflection of him. He's including himself in that. If he could change skin suits, he would. We can debate about the rightness or wrongness of all of that, but what would be the point? What would be the point? We could get mad, but he's not the one to get mad at. It's all these boyfriends that you've had that when you ask him to marry you, he tells you, I'm not ready, but he's in your bed every single night. The ones that say, you know what, I don't know where we at right now, but let's see in a year, if I like you in a year, then we could be girlfriend and boyfriend. And in the meantime, up until that year comes, you're letting him ejaculate inside of you. Not knowing your position, not even knowing if he really cares. You don't know. You're just gambling. You're gambling with your own vagina. There's more of those type of men than there are 50 cents. That's the only point I'm making. What he said was jacked up. Because it's like you're making us look bad. You can't just like what you like. But what did I tell y'all before? The quickest way for a black man to get clout is say he don't like a certain type of black woman. That's the quickest way. Because then it's going to be retweeted. It's going to be all over social media. He's going to get a coin now. He going to get a coin because everything, now he's viral. Now his whole platform is viral. Now people watching more Power episodes just because they mad at him. You don't watch Power just because you mad at him. That's the psychology. If you really wanted to make a point, you could disconnect from supporting him financially, which is, buying his album, which I don't think he's doing albums anymore, but whatever that is. But any project he's involved with, you just say, listen, I'm not giving you my view count. I'm not giving you a good rating, a good reference. I'm not recommending anybody to watch your TV shows, nothing like that. I'm disconnecting my money from you. You're not going to eat off of me. If you don't support me and you don't like women like me, then hey, blackout, cancel. Ain't we in a cancel culture now? That's the only thing these men understand. Listen, you think 50 care that you mad? How much do you think he cares right now that you mad? When the money's still rolling in. He's still making money, and he's probably making more money now that he made that comment. He's getting more press. More people are talking about him. He's getting more free advertisement because of this. He ain't worried about you being upset. See, we got to get out of needing the symbolism pass on things. We're okay with this, as long as it's symbolized, then we are pacified. Just like who was it that had the Kente sash on? Was it Pelosi? They took a knee in some court courthouse with the kente sash, her and a couple of representatives and everything. And I'm like, the symbolism. We got to get out of needing that. It ain't about, it's about, listen, it's about dollars and cents. 50 ain't going to straighten up his spine until he loses money. It ain't gonna matter to him what you think about him until he loses money. And this is not just 50 Cent. This is the average guy. This is every guy that you know. This is your boyfriends and your would-be fiancés and all these MGTOWs and all this kind of stuff. It all comes down to money. Emotions aside, it's like, okay, are we gonna still support Lil Wayne's music? Or we still, because he's been saying that he ain't into that black stuff, and black women still go to his concerts, still buy the records. And even 50 Cent said back in the days that, I remember an interview he did where 50 Cent said that album sales would be nothing without a woman's support, without black women's support. He said men wouldn't be in the club unless the black women were there. Men wouldn't think the albums were hot unless the black women gave a pass, gave a head nod on it first. This is what 50 Cent said years ago about the whole industry and how the sales work and all that stuff. So it's the women. Women give a head nod to it, it'll sell. It'll sell. Anything will sell. So, again, I know we don't want to take the blame for all of this stuff. I know, we know it's misogyny. One hand can't clap, though. One hand can't clap. We got to be responsible some sort of way. I told you we are the trendsetters. Women are. We are the ones who uphold culture, status. There would be no status without women. Y'all understand that? It wouldn't be culture, status, desires. Like, we cultivate all that. We generate all of that. Caste systems are built on the backs of women. Women do this. But we wag the finger at men. We wag the finger at men, and we don't understand. Yes, who said that? Let me see. Erica, we're the gatekeepers to the culture. We are, and you're just gonna have to conclude that that's just what it is. Nobody care about the deadbeat 50 Cent. Maybe not, but a lot of people are talking about it now. So, it is what it is. A lot of women were hurt by what he said. And you say, we weren't hurt, we were angry. Angry and hurt is the same thing. Angry and hurt is the same thing. I think it was unfair. But as I said before, it's a clout chasing tactic. It's a clout tactic. And it's so easy now to do that. If your career is in a little low, all you got to do is say, I don't like black women. I don't like dark-skinned women. I don't like whatever. And here goes Black Twitter. Here goes whatever social media. Now everybody's talking about you. Now you push it off of the anger of black women. And what did I tell y'all before? If y'all just keep your mouth shut. Go, shh. If you didn't have anything to say, guess what his preference would be? Irrelevant. What makes his preference relevant? Because now there's a whole group of women who feel slighted. That's what makes it relevant. So now he's in a position of power because he gets to say, I don't think you're this and I don't think you're that. It's a power trip. It's a power trip thing. And by being angry, about it, we give him power. We give his preference the relevancy. Listen, 50 Cent is going to be with another woman another year or two. All that I love, you think he loves the girl that he's with? I mean, let's talk real. The way he described what he liked. I was like, I mean, it was fetishizing, for lack of another term for it. It was fetishizing, objectifying women. Like they weren't human beings. Look at how she looks. She has this. She looks like that. Her skin is tan, and her butt this, and the boob that, and her hair is silky, and so it you become a thing. You become a thing, and we can't be jealous of that. We can't be jealous of that, y'all. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And we feel wronged. We feel wronged. And we're constantly being, it seems like, berated by our men and disrespected by our men in public. And it's because the men that are saying these things are influencers. 50 Cent is an influencer. He has the ear to millions of people. Young men, young impressionable people look up to him. They see him as a successful, somebody that they could aspire to be like. So it's dangerous when men like him, fling around opinions like that, because the copycatters are ready to mishandle, the everyday woman. The everyday woman. Can't get around it though. You can't get around it. Let me see what y'all. Jealousy is a pointless emotion. 75% of the time they don't be caring about these mixed chicks anyway. Look at the Fabulous situation. Well, yeah, Fabulous. Ain't they expecting another baby? I think he beat up his wife, knocked out her teeth or something like that, and now they living happily ever after until he gets tired of her again, and until he gets tired of her again, and he'll knock out another tooth or whatever. Then Puffy, who's the chick that Puffy was with? That she left him, and now she has a baby with somebody else. What was her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Very pretty, and he dogged her out. And I heard he passed her around to friends like, here's a gift, here's a consolation prize for signing the deal, kind of thing. Was it Cassie? I think Cassie or something like that. He dogged her out too. So beauty, y'all, I guess when I say beauty really holds no weight, it's like coming from a person like me, it doesn't mean much because I'm not beautiful. So it's sort of like, well, suckers, you don't know what it is no way because you ain't nobody checking for you. So it seems like when I say it, it doesn't really hold any value. But there are so many examples for you to choose from. You don't have to listen to me. There's so many examples of this, real world examples of this to choose from. Just pick one. I mean, just pick one. It ain't gotta be me. I know I'm telling you the truth. So it's either get the tea now, or maybe you have to go through some things yourself. Go through some regrets yourself, then to turn around and say, you know what, Selkis, you were right. You were right, Selkis. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's what you need. Thank you for the donation, SC. I like men with big mouth. Black men easier to identify, easier to avoid. Love the channel. Your work is great. I wish black women would listen and just stay quiet. Why do we have to be so vocal about everything? Listen, I'm really trying to get us to channel our outrage, our rage into something more beneficial. Because men like this, and like I said, not just him, it's your boyfriends too. It's your husbands too. It's men that you're currently dating as well. The only thing that affects them emotionally is their money. At the end of the day, the only thing they'll fret and lose sleep over at the end of the day is their money, not your vagina. not your vagina, not when you're fetishized to begin with. If you're already objectified, you're a take it or leave it. Y'all don't understand. When I say on this channel that most of us, if not all of us, are take it or leave it, at the end of the day, when we really evaluate this thing, you are a take it or leave it. A lot of you find that I'm a little harsh. I say that, but it's the truth. I'm sorry, y'all. That noise is my AC unit. I hope it's not too loud. So, I mean, that's what it is. It really losing control. Let me see. I agree. Understand. Probably afraid to get blacklisted by outing 50. Who's afraid to get blacklisted? Somebody can out 50 for what? Who would It's everyday men that think like this as well. Selfish is right. I mean, that's who we gotta worry about. That's who we gotta worry about. A lot of y'all, listen, I coached a woman yesterday. Ooh, confidentiality, can't really get into specifics, but a lot of y'all are, what's the word? A lot of y'all are like shelters. A lot of y'all equivalent to homeless shelters for a lot of these men. And you got to be careful, because why some of us end up being equivalent to homeless shelters for men is that we feel inadequate. We feel like, we don't deserve someone to take care of us. We feel, well, I'm on this level in society. I'm only this. I work 2 jobs. I got a kid or maybe 2 kids. So I shouldn't expect to be respected on this level. I'm kind of in a position where I got to take what I get. And y'all have to be careful with that. Y'all have to be careful with that. Thank you, John. John, you look like Mr. Right. Let's see. Is my AC drowning the sound? Oh. I might have to move, y'all. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can't hear me, I might have to move. Or I might have to just stop the video. Okay. Is it loud? All right. What I'll do is I don't have a setup nowhere else. Let me see. I might have to stop. You can hear me? All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up anyway. I just wanted to make a point about your outrage. This is hot news right now, and I know some of y'all are real mad, and I know some of y'all are saying, "See, our men don't love us." This is just another confirmation that some of you need to supposedly divest from black men. And what I say, and what I always say on this channel is, there's no refuge anywhere. You will bring you to every situation. So if you're not able to command respect and admiration, or just your terms and conditions met, then it's to me, it's going to be a challenge with whomever whomever you meet, no matter what race he is. Although some claim, they're finally getting the love that they want and all that. Listen, I support and applaud all of that. But as even with in the level up culture, a lot of y'all are doing the steps and still not getting the results. The level up ain't for everybody. Swirling ain't for everybody. Black love ain't for everybody. But you got to figure out where you fit in this thing. You got to figure out, well, where do I place here? Am I really about this swirling life? Is that the solution that I want? Is that the solution that I want? Is the level up thing the solution? I gotta wear heels even though I ain't got no arches, I'm knock-kneed, and I don't look good in the dress. Is that the arena that I want to be in? You have to really self-evaluate. You have to be honest about where you place and how effectively you can pivot. What are you pivoting into? Are you pivoting into something else that already has rules and regulations that you still will find inadequacies with, that you still be substandard in? Because some of y'all doing the level up thing and you substandard in that. You still the lowest of the low in that. So it's like you're running, but you just run into some other subjugation. You run into some other arena that makes you feel inadequate about yourself. And that's what it is. You say you want to pour a margarita? I would if I drank, but I don't drink, so we could do a virgin pina colada. Comfort over pain for me. I mean, we really got to come to conclusions about this thing. Can you do XYZ successfully if you swirl? I'm for it. What are your results though? How do you feel internally about that? Are you in conflict? Are you saying, well, why, I don't really like white men, so why would I do this if I really don't like them? I mean, if that's going on, if that's the internal dialogue in your head, do you understand you're not going to get a good outcome there either? You have to draw a line in the sand. You have to draw a line in the sand. You really do. You really do. I'm a product of that kind of relationship. My mother thought that she could better than my father. Wow. Is your father is what? You said your mother thought she could do better than your father? So I'm assuming she went to a white guy after she broke up with your father? Why do we revolve our lives around men so much? Stars and stripes, that's a good question. That's the $50 million question. And that's what gets us all hurt out here, because every woman's life is revolved around seeking men, being attractive for men, being compliant with men, being married to a man, having a man's kids. Everything is men focused. Men focused. You know the saying that they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I say that's a saying that's so detrimental. And why do I say that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is detrimental? Because it means the person looking at you gets to define who you are. They get to define what your value is. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then they have the power to say, yes, you are, or no, you aren't, or you're a little bit of this, or you're not enough of that. They have the power to make you. And we can't give people that kind of control, especially men. Because at the end of the day, ladies, black pill here. At the end of the day, ladies, a man's love for you at best is conditional. It's contingent upon a set of criteria being met. And when it isn't about your looks, it's going to be about your money. It's going to be about your earning potential. If you're not pretty enough to be a kept woman, then you have to work. Ain't that what the dude on the other channel said, that some of us ain't cute enough to be housewives? Have I not said that before? If you, the whole thing, what do you bring to the table? And I did a video on that, was it 2 years ago? When they asked that, that should alert you to the fact that he sees inadequacies in your physicality. And a lot of men was upset with me, you ain't got nothing to do with that. She got to come with something more than how she looked. Bullshit. Bullshit. The only time she got to come with something more than how she looks is when she's ugly. Period. Or when she's mildly attractive, or when she's not your type. That's when she has to come with a supplementation for the inadequacies in the way she looks. That's when what do you bring to the table comes in. That's when the whole what do you bring to the table comes in. But see, the point is, even when you are cute, you're disposable. You're disposable. All these women that we talk about, especially these celebrity women, have been disposable too. They've been left, cheated on, beat up. Baby mama. Ain't Tyra Banks a baby mama? For whoever white dude she was with? That Garcelle or whatever her name is, the one who was that Jamie Foxx show back in the days. That chick who was a model. She had twins for a white dude and found out he was cheating on her. She's a single mother. Fine, attractive, above average women get dumped every single day. Every single day. So your agenda as a woman, especially as an ugly girl, I told you, ugly girls, you got to have your ducks in a row. You can't afford to think with so much fucking emotion. You can't afford to be led by, well, it just feels good. Excuse me? Why can't you lead with that? Because no man that's ever going to be in your face is leading emotionally. He's not making decisions about you being in his life based on his fucking emotions. He's basing it on your tax bracket. He's basing it on, well, she has a house, or she can get me a job at this place, or I can get access to a friend, or whatever it is. He's quantifying. He's itemizing. He's doing a goddamn audit on you from the first goddamn date. So you can't afford to be like, well, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Go with what flow? Listen, life has just set it up where you got to be negotiating all the time. There is no days off from negotiations when you are an unattractive girl. You don't get a vacation from that. You don't get a vacation from that. Oh, we have a connection. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Get that out of your vocabulary. We connect so well. What does that mean? Does that mean he's going to pay your Boost Mobile bill? Does that mean he's going to wife you? Does that mean he's going to take out an insurance policy? Does that mean he's going to help you finish pay for school? Does that mean he's going to be a stepfather to your kids? What does it mean? What does quantify the shit? I want to know what you mean. Well, when you say I'm attractive, or you like me, or I'm unique, what does that mean? Like, you need to ask, what do you mean by that? Maybe even to the point of being annoying. Well, I don't understand. What do you mean? Well, I think I like you. You think you like me? Well, what do you mean you think you like me? You're not sure? What do you think? I mean, you challenge every fucking thing they say to you. Don't let people talk vague circles around your head. As an ugly woman, you need specifics. You need to be Pacific. You need him to be Pacific. You can't afford to be just lullabied by compliments. Compliments don't mean shit in your world. It shouldn't. And I know this is easier than theory than in practice, because some of you have never heard compliments before. And then when somebody comes along and says, you know what, even though nobody else thinks so, I think you're beautiful. You immediately go, oh my God. Oh my God. Bust it wide open. You open your legs right now. Underneath the table, your legs. Take it. Take it. You ain't even got to do no foreplay. Just take it all. Don't be afraid to bottom line your life. Don't be afraid to bottom line anything. Because they're not afraid to bottom line you. They're not afraid. You scared to ask for stuff like you gonna run away. When he was planning on running away, after the first phone call, he already said you got about 3 dates. He already said what he already thought in his head. Well, after I fuck you, then that's it. And you're like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to seem demanding. I don't want to seem needy, and I don't want to seem, and you already seen. He already synced you. He already synced you. From the time he saw how you look, it's already a synced kind of thing. There is nothing to sync after that. It's what he's willing to do and what he ain't willing to do. Those are the only two categories there is. You can't run nobody off who want to stay. You can't run a man off who wants to stay. You can't run a man off who's saying you worth the risk. He'll ride it out. So you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to say, you know what? Try again. I know this is okay, but I was hoping for something else. A lot of y'all are afraid to seem shallow and materialistic. But he wants to fuck you. Do you understand that that's materialism? You can't get more materialistic than what we call a male. Hello? There is no other species more materialistic than what we call a male. None. That's all he is. That's all he functions on. That's all that inspires him is material. Material. What do you think your cervix is? What do you think your vaginal walls is? Your vagina ain't spirit. Your vagina ain't no spirit realm apparatus. Everything about the pursuit of a man is materialistic. So he understands material. The part about fairness that comes in is whether he wants to provide you with some materials, with some creature comforts in exchange for what you have to offer. And some of them, most of them are like, no, what you really should be giving that for free. I think I've already paid, by being seen with you, I think I've already paid for entry into that vagina. Just by being seen with you in the daylight hours. Go on and give up that monkey and stop playing. Go on and give me that monkey. I done walk with you in the park in the daytime. People done seen me with you. I done paid for that monkey. Go on ahead and give it up. UGC. You're not dealing with spiritual beings here. We are animals. We are human animals. And men even more so. Men even more so. We're not blaming. This is not a competition between who's better than who. Because we can't do what men do. God bless men. Because without men, I wouldn't have this chair that I'm sitting on, the house that I'm living in, or nothing. Men build these things. So men are creators as well. And we value their role and their place in our existence. So it's not even a competition. The part about this thing that is bad is you feeling ashamed about what you bring, about the aspects of the female, the feminine principle that you bring. You're allowing men to tell you that has no value. You're allowing men to tell you that has no value. Someone that made a comment on my post about Dr. Dre's wife, a comment about me saying that, you know, she's entitled to the 400 million. She's going to get 400 million after 25 years. She's entitled to it. And he said women shouldn't profit from divorce, and that she should leave with what she came with. I'm like, if any woman's with a man for 25 years, how can she leave with what she came with when she can't be what she was when she first met him? She's not what she was 25 years ago. So there is no leaving with what you came with. There is none. If it was a possibility that you could be with somebody 25 years and you're not 25 years in worse for wear, like you could actually go back and pick up where you left off 25 years ago, then you can say, well, you know, keep your money. I'm going to get another you. Keep your money, babe. It's been a good run. I'm going to go get me another baller. Good looking out. If she was able to be that woman that she was 25 years ago, there'd be no need. But the point is, she can't. The point is, she's maybe no longer fertile and capable of having kids. You're in another space in your life 25 years into a relationship. There's certain things you can't do no more. So she's entitled to the compensation that she's entitled to. I understand that, you know, men make their money and their argument is, you know, women ain't got nothing to do with the money that they make. If a woman's in your life, she's affecting how you perceive your reality. She is influencing your creativity, what you go after, what you think you can get, how you improve yourself. You can't tell me women have no input in any of that. But this is what men like to say. You know, I earn my money myself. Myself. What will is though. What will is. But the argument is this. It's always down to dollars and cents. That's the only thing they get sentimental about. Is their money. Because that's their worth. They can deplete yours. They can run yours into the fucking ground by fucking you every which way but Sunday. And once they've exhausted every hole that they can skeet inside of, then they're done with you. Then your value is finished. They can finish your value. They can put a cap on your value. They can pour it all out. They can pour all your value out. And then go on with the rest of their money to somebody else and still position themselves as having something to exchange while they've depleted all of yours. And somehow that's fair. Don't look to men to be fair to you. Hello? Don't look to men to be fair to you. Men don't understand fairness. They understand loss and gain. They understand high risk and low risk. They don't understand fair. If they did understand fair, a lot of these men wouldn't fuck you who don't like you. But men fuck women all day who they don't like. And they don't see it as fair or unfair. They see it as, well, you know, you let me have it. Or you gave in. Or, you know, you wanted it too. You know, a lot of them got it worked up in their minds that you know, you wanted it too. And a lot of these nigglets don't know that y'all giving charity sex to begin with. And I said that before too. A lot of you dudes ain't hitting on nothing. A lot of you dudes are charity fucking and don't even know it. And these exotic women that you like, they understand that you starstruck, that you color struck and all that, and that's why they take the bag from you too. That's why they add you up too. Like, oh, this look at this slave. You looking at me like a field hand, and she looking at you like a field hand too. You thinking you different from me. You calling me a nigger girl. You calling me a nappy-headed field hand, and you're a work mule for her. And how she know that? Because you tell her, I like you light skin. You ain't like them other hoes out there. She going, word. Okay. And then y'all turn around disgruntled talking about women are heartless. You know, they hypergamous. All they want is a nigga money and all that stuff. But all you wanted was her looks. All you wanted was her light skin and soft hair so that your children don't come out looking like you. Ain't that's what you were banking on that? That's why you were with her, right? Men are not fair. Men are not moral. They're only what do you call it? They're only faithful as their options, as they say. They're as faithful as you let them be. You could be a sister wife and the dude still cheat on you. I've seen that. You allow the nigga to have another wife and he cheating on all of y'all. Houseway. The dude got 3 of y'all and cheating on all 3 of y'all. All 3 of y'all. Cheating on all 3 of y'all. Satisfied where? Where? And you sitting here, I don't want him to think, and I don't want him to think. You don't want him to think what? You don't want him to think what? That he doesn't already think. Men only play dumb about their money. Men ain't dumb about nothing else. They observe everything. Everything. It is what it is. It is what it is. So when y'all getting mad about these colorless men, bless them. Do the crucifix. Throw the holy water. Say a prayer for 50. Say a prayer for 50 and the rest of them and Lil Wayne and everybody and all these other colorists. And tell them thank you. Build an altar. Put 50 Cent, a picture of 50 Cent in a frame and put it on an altar. Put him, Lil Wayne, and all the colorist men that you know. Get your little frame and put them up on the altar and say thank you. Thank you for fishing out these motherfucking colorist men because it's because of you. Other dudes are going to be brave enough to say they don't like women like me. Thank you. Holy water that shit. Holy water that shit. Say a prayer over that. You don't have to be angry with him. Don't give him an excuse to call you angry. Say, we love you, 50. We love you. We love you. Thank you for fishing out the rest of these roaches for us. Thank you for fishing out the rest of the roaches. It's because of you the other dudes are exposing themselves. Holy water. Holy water the shit. We just gonna be angry because we want to be symbolically accepted? Because that's all you're gonna be. A lot of pretenders going on around here. A lot of pretense going on around here. A lot of symbolic acceptance, and it ain't really that to its core. And you're afraid. And you're afraid. You said you supported his book. I did too. I think I bought 51st or whatever rule that shit was. I think I bought it. I didn't read the whole thing. But I think I bought it. He's still relevant? Absolutely, because, he's a Renaissance man. He's quote-unquote successful. So what did I tell y'all? Listen, successful people get a pass for immorality, and so do good-looking people. The only people who don't get forgiven are ugly people. The only people that don't get a pass are ugly people. If you're pretty enough, they'll forgive you. If you got money enough, they'll forgive you too, and they'll forget. Why? Because they want to be like you. It's kind of hard for you to hold a grudge for somebody you admire. Hello? But somebody who's ugly, you don't admire them. You don't want to be like them. So you have no forgiveness in your heart for somebody who's less than you. So 50 will be forgiven. Y'all gonna go watch Power this weekend. When does it come on? I've never even seen the show. I've never, that ain't my, Power and the, what's the other one? With Lucius Lyon? What's the other one with the character? His name Lucius Lyon. I'm like, What the hell are we? Wizard of Oz kind of bullshit? Lucius Lyon. I can't watch nothing with no main character named no goddamn Lucius Lyon. I'm like, if we're gonna do fantasy, it's got to be Game of Thrones or nothing. Hello, for me anyway. I like clever dialogue. I like dialogue that makes me think, not this cliche shit. Anyway, y'all. Listen, UGC, y'all stick with me. Stick with me, and you will see how much bullshit life really is, y'all. It's a game. It's a game. You ain't got to be mad at nobody. Don't be mad at nobody. If anything, the sentiments that were expressed in that exchange between the two of them, you got to say, I wonder how many men I've dated might feel the same way. I wonder how many men that I know could kind of agree and relate to what they're saying. Are they looking for something fresh off the boat too? Ain't that what a lot of these dudes saying they going to the DR for? They going to the DR for fresh off the boat hoes there too. And they leaving a lot of them as single mothers too. Reports are coming in that, a lot of these chicks are getting left like them hoes in Vietnam when the soldiers came over there and left the hoes pregnant and shit. A lot of orphan babies going on. You think you got bad luck because you can't attract men, and you don't even understand that that might be a saving grace. You don't understand that you have a shield around you. You don't really understand that. You don't really understand that. Look at the girl that just died. They found her body. She was in the military. I forgot what her name was, but that made news the other day. She was complaining to her mother about being sexually harassed by her superiors, and then I guess a couple of weeks later they found the girl's body. Is it Vanessa? Is that her name? They found she was a pretty girl being sexually harassed. She told her mother, and then in a span of whoever knows how long, she's dead. I want to be fuckable. I want men to want to fuck me too. Why don't they want to fuck me too? Ugh. The joke is that other women have it easy. That's the joke. The joke is that your life would be easier if you were another kind of woman. That's the joke too. The killer's ex-wife helped dismember the body? Who are we talking about here? The same girl? Lord have mercy. Supposedly she was messing around with a married man and she was killed by him and his wife. Who is this? The same person we talking about? The girl in the military? Or is this somebody else? Lord, I hope not. I hope not. Is it? Oh my God. Wow. So the wife helped him dismember the body. Wow. That's horrific. That's horrific. You think to yourself, how could somebody who claims to care about me is able to dismember me? You like me. You think I'm beautiful. But you could kill me? You could do that? I told y'all about these affairs and these one night stand and these situationships and these casual sex and I'm just going to get a nut and all that kind of stuff. You don't know who you're entangling yourself with. Have mercy. Black man allegedly killed Vanessa because he says Vanessa found out he was sleeping with a married white woman. The white woman helped him get rid of the body. Really? Love triangles ain't nothing to play with. Love triangles ain't nothing to play with. But when vanity is involved, you tell you you're the most beautiful thing in the world. And I care about you more than I care about any other woman I've ever been with. And you're prettier than my wife. You're prettier than this girl or that girl. You have all the things that I never had from any other woman. And you believe it. And you believe it. All to soften you up. All to soften you up. And you've been collateral damage from the start. And this is a pretty girl. So you can you imagine for some of us who are 5s and 4s? Let's say the percentage of abuse goes up the more unattractive you are. The potential to be abused and mistreated goes up the more unattractive. And you want to let your foot off the gas because you're scared of what he think of you? Because you're scared, you don't want him to think a certain way? When pretty girls are getting murdered, what do you think is your portion? When they could cut up a pretty girl into 20 pieces? What do you think they would have did with you? Probably fed you to some hound dogs or some shit. Fed you alive to some goddamn hound dogs. I never understood why women could trust and be comfortable around men who say she is better than other women. Listen, I don't know either. And any dude that's telling you that, you gotta go, oh, okay. You better go, oh, thank you, and take a mental note, because he's bullshitting you. He's bullshitting you. A lot of times they say that while they still talking to their ex. They still sleeping with their ex. They be reminiscing about their ex. They be FaceTiming and messaging on social media with their ex. All of that. Did you hear Jeffrey Epstein, female accomplice? Didn't you say women sell other women to the devil? I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you, the first pimp is a woman. Hello? The first pimp is a woman. Epstein had help. He had the chick there. She was recruiting. She was the one selling the youngest. Oh, it'll be fine. All you have to do is give him a massage. You know, you could just wear a bikini and, you know, put some lip gloss on. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And then when she get there, she got to drop her drawers. Well, you know, Kathy, just for a couple more $100, you know, just take your panties off. I mean, gosh, I thought you were a big girl. Thought you were more sophisticated than that. What? You letting something like that, dropping your panties, bother you? Don't you want money? You want to be check to check and poor? I know you don't want that. I'm giving you an opportunity to level up here. You're not going to be a regular girl. You're going to be in high society. All you have to do is drop your bottoms. You know, I picked you because I thought you were intelligent. I knew you were pretty, but I thought you were intelligent too. That's why you're here. Because I picked you, and I could have had anybody, but I chose you because I saw something in you. I saw so much potential in you. You know, I used to be like you. When I was 20, I was just like you. And if you follow my lead, you know, I'll show you how to make this money. And you'll have the status and everything that you want, everything that your parents couldn't give you. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that the script? Ain't that the script? Jeff Epstein's girlfriend was recruiting girls before she met him. Her family has deep, deep ties to the royal family, and Jeff helped finance the whole operation. I believe that too. I believe that too. So when y'all are feeling inadequate, when y'all are feeling like, you know what, I'm the lowest of the low. I'm so low in social ranking. I want you to know that the people that you admire with all this money and power, most of these people have no morals, no empathy, no sense of humanity. They're pathological liars. They're psychopaths. For lack of a better word, I don't even know what other word to say. And you're here, you're hardworking. You know, you're doing what you do to take care of your family. You know, you don't got the best of everything, and you feel inadequate compared to these other people who are raping and pillaging and robbing and killing people. It's an illusion, y'all. It's an illusion, y'all. Leveling up is all the devil's bargain. Yes, it is. It's a selling of your soul, of sorts. It's like selling your soul. You are saying, I want access to the club, and I'm willing to forget who I am in order to be that. In order to do that, it is a selling of your soul. It is. And a lot of y'all are in conflict with it. That's why y'all here on my channel. You know, you hate me, you hate what I have to say, but you're like, I think she's right. Oh my God. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. I think the girl is right. That's what it is. I know professionals. I told y'all about that story time with my girlfriend who was doing hand jobs in hotels with hillbillies. These dudes that drive broken down trucks was caking up money for this little nigger girl to be all, you know, head washing. I hate black people. And all his hoes are black. I can't stand you colored people. And he got a couple of illegitimate kids off in the woods in Augusta some goddamn way. The ones he let live, maybe I should say that. There's probably some of them buried in some land back there too. Y'all. Stop believing people. When they talk about the, I prefer and I prefer and, I'm too classy for this and I'm too this for that. It's a sales pitch. Class itself, the whole concept of class is nothing but a sales pitch. How can I get you to believe that I'm better than you? What do I have to do to get you to believe that I believe that I'm better than you? Do I dress better? Better clothes, better car, bigger vocabulary. Like, what do I do? I need a degree? Some of y'all go and get the degrees and whatever else the man tells you to do to play chess. You play the chess game called society's, bullshit. But at every turn, you get the degree. Some of y'all, like Paul Mooney said, some of y'all get the nigga wake up call because you get the degree. Some of y'all got 2 or 3 degrees, and you still ain't got no better position. At least you're not recognized as above what you were trying to escape. You're still a nigga no matter how many degrees you get. Ask Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama's still a nigga. She's still. They say she's even a dude. Some people are actually spewing that. So you got 3, 4, 5 degrees. Oh, you're still black. I know you're smart and all that. Your IQ, that is impressive. But you eat watermelon. Don't you eat watermelon and chicken? Ain't that what they told Tiger Woods when he was in his heyday? What we gonna eat after this World Cup you done bought? Chicken and watermelon? You Malaysia? I know you want that chicken and watermelon. Some of y'all be trying to distance yourself from the rest of us. And instead of us coming together and creating our own hierarchy, you try to distance yourself, and you're laughing because you think you're up there, but you still hitting ceilings. You still hitting ceilings. It's a game. It's a game. Epstein's madam comes from wealth because her dad was a big fraudster. Seen that too. Where there's money, there's fraud, y'all. Follow the money, and you'll find immorality, evil, death, killings, and all of that stuff. That's wherever the money's at, there's bodies buried. There's bodies that are buried. There are people that have been mishandled, conned. They better leave watermelon alone. It's good for your skin and hair. That's why folks aging like grapes. Not enough fresh watermelons. Hello. They don't realize watermelon is a cleanser. Watermelon saved a lot of colons back in the days. A lot of people would have died if they wasn't flushing their bodies out with the goddamn watermelon. But it's a joke now, some coon joke shit now. When it's the best thing you can eat. And that's what it is. A Princeton grad at that, Ivy League, and they still diss her? Yeah. You could have all the Princeton grads and all double and triple major degrees and all that. But your mouth is too big. Or your skin, what's up with your jaw? Your jaw. You got man hands. I'm just saying, you got 3 degrees, but your hands. You don't use Palmolive dish soap. Your hands look like field hands. You got field hands. I never envy people, especially white, that are wealthy, like you said. I always wonder, how did they get that? You don't want to know. 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 A lot of these people that we admire are drug addicts, all kinds of molesters, All kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes of people that we supposedly we feel inadequate when we measure our own worth against theirs. We feel inadequate. You don't know what be going on. You don't know what be going on. I've had relatives who came to the United States to work for white people, Jewish people in particular, and they would tell stories about what would be going on in these affluent neighborhoods, in these white homes, with these women who bathe every 2 days, and all kinds of nasty shit going on, all kinds of drugs, lack of hygiene, and all kinds of stuff, cheating, snorting, and all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes. But they're in affluent neighborhoods. They're in a different tax bracket. So you assume that they're smarter than you, they're cleaner than you, and that they're favored by God. God has found favor in their eyes because look at all that they have. Cupcake, you said hillbilly accent? Yes. Get her done. Get her done. Them. If it's general wealth, pale paper is reportedly likely built from what they call slaves. As Miss Hill said, with your ill-gotten privilege. All of that. God doesn't favor who gives more. He gives more to whomever he wills. I'm just saying what people assume. And there's a lot of people assume that the people who are so-called privileged are favored, are protected, are smarter, are biologically designed for what they have as opposed to others. And we've been fed that same lie too. And black people, we keep that narrative going amongst our own ranks. We keep it going amongst our own ranks. My uncle is rich, but he is the biggest tyrant I know. I hate him. And so it is. All maids from another era, butlers, drivers, should get together and pen an anthology. Oh, that would be dope. That would be dope. I sure know some of my family can actually put a word in or two on what be going on. It'd be a joke, y'all. A lot of these white women get their ass kicked. You think, oh, white men are, they treat their women so different and so different and so. Hello. Get them to write a book. I'll talk to them and see. I'll talk to them and see. My homegirl mama worked in the hospital department for 12 years and knew her stuff. They had her trained. The department head niece, and now the niece is over her. Wow. They don't hear me at the back? Oh, man, they better hear me at the back. They better hear me at the back. So listen, we're gonna wrap up this live. Y'all go over the Ugly Girl site has been revamped, totally redone. So y'all gotta go there and check it out. If you haven't subscribed to the site, go to theuglygirlsclub.com and subscribe, become a member. Submit your stories and your testimonials if you want to be a part of the site, because I have a page on there for Ugly Girl Stories. So I want y'all to bring your pictures and your stories in so we can fellowship and so people can see it's not just me out here talking about this. I ain't the only one scared to call myself ugly, and I wear the shit proudly. All right? So we got to represent here because there's women who need healing. There's women who need this philosophy. They tried everything. They tried the shaman. They done smoked out their vaginas. They done tried the yoni eggs, the yoni pearls, They don't try what else? Celibacy. They don't try what else? What else? A seamstress, new designer clothes, a new hairdo, a longer weave. They don't try it all and still feel like shit. Still feel like shit. It's time to liberate yourself. It's time to see this life as the game that it is. 50 is playing a game on us. It's all a game. He knows our emotional triggers and he's playing that for a coin. Lil Wayne also. Lil Wayne is half dead. I think he need to wear a sarcophagus around his neck so he can jump in it at any moment so they won't have to worry about digging up no plot to bury his ass. Half dead. And talking about who's exotic and who's not. And these hoes supposedly love them. All these exotic women who could have anybody they want are in love with them. We know the other side of it. The other side of that coin is most of these that these men get with don't give two shits about them either. It's a coin, it's a plan, it's a come up, it's a new TV show. These hoes be in it for a new TV show, a new contract, and all that stuff too. They in it to get what they get too, because they know these dudes are color struck. So it's a two-way thing. It ain't them just getting what they can get. Every woman that they with is getting an opportunity too. Is getting an opportunity too. So what we do with people like 50 is we holy water that. Like, damn, 50, yes, keep it coming to fish out the other roaches so we'll know what's going on. Because I got to know if the dude I'm fucking think like you. So go ahead so I can play you the video for him and see his reaction. Let me see if he go. If the dude nod his head, I'm giving him his walking papers. That's all I want. We need men like that. We need men like 50 so that we know who we sleeping with. Y'all don't be mad. I know you're justified in feeling mad, but he doesn't care because he's still going to make money off you. If you're going to be mad, the way to be mad is to divest from supporting artists and entertainers and regular men, politicians, or whoever it is, that state things like this. Stop putting your money into backing them up, into making them money. That's the only thing that makes 50 apologize. If he starts losing money today, he's going to retract his statement. He's going to say, you know what, I thought it over and it wasn't sensitive. You know, I went to my burial plot and I talked to my mom. Ain't that what Snoop Dogg said he did when he had to retract that Gayle King statement? You know, I talked to my mother, and my mother in heaven said, you know, you're wrong for that. He'll retract it if the money gets shaky. That's all these men respond to. They don't care how you feel. They don't care how you feel. But let the money go down, and you go, oh, your feelings do matter. Let them start losing endorsement deals, which should be happening. Sponsorship dollars, that should be happening right about now. Hello? Y'all should be getting together and putting pressure on all the sponsors for that power show to retract their support. And then he'll go, oh, your feelings do matter. Oh, my bad. I thought it didn't mean anything, but now I know it does. That's how you get them. Fuck the symbolic shit, because he could say he love you all day long and don't give a shit. Ain't there a lot of dudes that, you know, with white women claiming to support black women, but they with white women? We have that all day long. Black power. They the biggest ones with the black power, and they have white wives. And have y'all support, because we into the symbolic shit. Because we into the whole symbolism and instead of hitting it where it counts, which is in the pockets. Power show is canceled. Well, whatever project he's involved with. Like I said, I don't watch Power. I didn't even know it was canceled. But whatever he backs, whatever his name is on, excuse me, sir, excuse me, we're not going to watch, we're not going to buy this product. No, we're not going to do that. since we're just angry black women, we're divesting. He has a new show on Life. You went to the site? You like the new look? I love the new look. It's more simplistic and easy to navigate and everything, so I think y'all will like it too. So like I said, if you want to add to it, I'm looking for the stories. Listen, y'all, I'm still writing the book. I'm actually getting ready to send my draft to get edited. So y'all still have time to submit your testimonials along with your pictures to be included in our Ugly Girls Survival Guide. Ugly Girls Survival Guide, How to Become a Puppet Master. So I'm putting together this book so that we'll have a tool, a compendium, a flip through, an actual book. It's not an ebook, an actual book that you can carry in your overnight bag, carry in your whole bag, carry in your suitcase or whatever, your lunch pail, whatever it is, and you have it with you, and you can flip through it when you're feeling a little shaky. You can flip through that and get your tea. Get your daily dose of black pill in there. So please send your stories in. It is not too late for that. And go to the site too, because I have another ebook up that's powerful also. A new one that I just put up there. Y'all need to go ahead and get that as well. So you don't necessarily have to have me one-on-one. The books will suffice. If you follow along, you're going to get something out of them too. You will. So go to the uglygirlsclub.com. Y'all can send your donations to my Cash App. Where my admin at with the Cash App link. If you feel like any of this was helpful to you, life-changing to you, and you want to support me, the best way to do it is Cash App me. I accept all donations. There's no shame in this. Thank you, admin. A UGC workbook would be cool, bedside, to pen before sleep. What do you mean, like a journal? Thank you, feminine. Yes. The ebook is good. I actually have videos within the ebook too. This one is different than any one that I've ever done because there's video clips in it also. So y'all need to go ahead and check that out. PayPal, you could PayPal, but Cash App is instant. I prefer Cash App is just easier for me. Oh, you don't have Cash App in your country. Where are you from? Where are you, feminine? All right, well, you could do PayPal. That's fine too. Put my PayPal link, Rosemary. Oh, you're in the UK. I have a lot of support from the UK. Y'all do show me love. All right, so yes, so what else? I think that's it. I think that's all I got on that. Y'all, we gonna throw holy water on 50 Cent, right? That's UGC. That's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna say a prayer thanking 50 for his sentiments about us because he's now giving a voice to the other men who were pretending that they didn't feel like him. They're going to now speak out on it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos coming out today siding with 50 and saying how we mad and all that kind of stuff. And we want to thank 50 for being the spokesperson for not wanting women like us. And we hope that other men publicly divest so that we have no more illegitimate babies running around here because we thought the dude was going to marry us. We don't have no more women having to get abortions and all that kind of stuff because the dude's saying, he ain't going to support us. We ain't going to have to do none of that because we're going to know firsthand. So we holy water that. We put the ankh. We put the ankh. We put the ankh on that and we bless him. We bless him. We don't argue that point. You want to know. You want to see them coming. We love you, 50. We love you, 50. And that's that. So y'all visit my art site too. I still have specials going on. There's a new painting I got to post up. But I have specials going on the site for original art piece and reproductions on there. iloveherart.com. iloveherart.com, Doorbuster sale. You go to that page, go to the print page, and see the kind of stuff that I create. I am a Renaissance woman. I'm a full-time artist too. So all this is a therapeutic measures. The artwork is therapy, the coaching is therapy, these videos, everything is therapeutic. Everything is meant to be therapy. Everything. You visited the site? Yay! Yay! That's right, you are on it, Africa. I forgot, that's right, I did put you on there. So y'all, if y'all want your face in the place, if you want to be celebrated and tell your story and tell other chicks, listen, chin up. Don't be walking down with your head on the ground. Let them know. They need your encouragement too. Why do 50 think his opinion, black women, always matter? Because it does to black people, because he's successful. Anybody who's successful, their opinions will matter to other people. 50 is happens to be I mean, arguably, I don't know how much he's worth, but what they say is he's a successful businessman. So his opinion matters because people look up to people who have money. You don't have to be fair. You don't have to be right. All you have to do is just have money. When you have money, you can say whatever you want to say. You don't have to be. You know who's fair? People who are broke. People who are broke are usually talk that, well, let's all love one another until they get money, and then they go, well, I've upgraded my taste. No, I only liked you when I was making $50. Now I can like what I really like. Now I can upgrade. Again. Watermelon is my favorite fruit after pineapples. I love watermelon too. It's no joke. All right, so if that's it, I guess that's it, y'all. I think we covered everything. I really hope I've given you, I know I've given you a different perspective. I always do, because I'm so deep like that. I'm so deep like that. But I just want you to be okay. I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel ashamed because of what this man or these men express. It has nothing to do with you. No, the book is not out yet. I'm getting it edited soon. I'm sending over my manuscript to get edited soon. But I have another ebook that's out on the site. Go to the uglygirlsclub.com and you'll see on the shop page, you'll see it there. That book, that ebook rather, is outstanding. So go there and cop that today. And I will announce when the hard copy book is ready. I'll make an announcement. There'll be a pre-launch, which I wanted to have it in the editing phase before I did the pre-launch. So as soon as that goes down, y'all are going to be able to pre-order that book as well. Y'all are going to be able to do that. So have I helped y'all? Have I put things into perspective that's okay, that you can live with? I hope you look at 50 another way now. Not with rage, but with understanding. I hope that's what I've been able to do. All right? Thank you, Rosemary. Yes, like up the stream before I go. Get the lights up, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. I want to get to 20,000 subscribers in the next couple of months. So if you haven't subscribed and I keep coming up in your suggestions, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like, boop, boop. Help me out. Help me out. Thank y'all for the donations and everything and the support. Again, go to Cash App. Send some love so I can send some kisses back to you. And we'll talk soon. It looks like it's gonna rain out here. It's getting dark. So let me go, and I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, peace and love. Bye.